Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the BTS Series SEA Cup #1. We're about to wrap up the round of 16. Just 2 more best of 3s come your way. I'm LD. I'm joined here remotely by WinteR from Malaysia, and we've got our Game 2 underway. Draft has just begun, so let's go ahead, hop on into it, and bring WinteR onto the show. Hey, buddy, how you doing?
First pick, Lina.
All right, all right. Teams are learning.
Learning fast, my friend.
Yes, they are. Well, it's always nice to see your loved ones grow up here.
My loved ones? What?
I'm saying in the general sense, you know. We love SEA Dota.
Yeah, right. Coming for a man who hasn't visited SEA.
10 seconds remaining.
I can still watch the Dota remotely though, so I don't know if that means that I don't love it.
5 seconds remaining.
If you love it, you will watch it from here, my friend.
If you love it,
at least
you have to set it. You have to set it free.
You have to attend some lands, you know.
Well, who knows? Maybe one day I will be so lucky to be invited.
Dire team pick.
But for now, all we have is online action. So what do we got here?
Procrastinating.
RRQ, they're down 1-0, of course, in the best of 3. We've got Trust sitting pretty, and draft pretty well underway. You mentioned the first pick, Lina, and RRQ going right into the gyro clockwork here. Our Shaker not getting picked up in the first phase, so he does slip through, gets banned eventually. And now we'll see the second round of picks, WinteR. Anything jumping out at you? All pretty standard, it looks like so far.
Yeah, we can go back to the first few picks first. They picked Lina, so RRQ wanted to get gyro and protect the gyro, so they went for Clockwork. Clockwork is a hero that can actually be annoying towards the Lina. And after seeing the Clockwork, Signature Trust respawn with a Tusk to protect the Lina once more. And right now RRQ picks another hero to protect the gyro. So they are having, right now the 2 heroes that are going with gyro are very good at protecting the gyro from the Lina in the team fight. So it's pretty interesting, like the battle between the drafters. They want something to kill the gyro, and RRQ is picking stuff to protect the gyro.
He will be a tanky gyro now with the Dazzle here. A lot of mitigation against the physical damage of the PL. And RRQ, they'll switch things up. They bring out the Ember Spirit. Traditionally, kind of a very like situational hero. It seems like some teams love Ember, and other teams just think he's useless and never pick him.
They pick him against the PL. I'd say most of the teams. A lot of the situations where Ember comes into play is generally to deal with an illusion-based hero. But this game I'm kind of worried though, because Ember struggles in the lane against Lina a lot. He really do struggle against that hero, and
5 seconds
not sure how will RRQ be able to help him out though. Dazzle doesn't help him out too much. Then he maybe might want to have another support that can roam and help the Ember. At least get a kill on the Lina early. Otherwise the Ember would have a very tough laning phase.
Yeah, it is normally where he struggles. If you can get through the laning phase in good shape, Ember brings a lot to the table. Signature Trust here. 4th pick coming out, and they will go for something different, WinteR. A Skywrath Mage. Bit of control for the Ember, but still not a very popular hero nowadays.
Yeah, he's extremely weak, like very easy to kill, very low armor, and he only works, like I'd say, works well with a good specific combination. Something to set up the Mystic Flare, or you want to just use him to, in this case, silence a crucial target like Ember, so you can actually lock him down and kill him. It's not a support that you go for all the time.
It may force the Ember to get a Manta early, which could potentially pay off, but you pick this into a Clockwork, he gets the Blade Mail, and you'll be hurting if you ever try to dump the ultimate on him. I've seen it before. It is painful. Actually, a really good Blade Mail game with the Lita pickup as well.
It is indeed a very good Blade Mail game, but I'm still at the same time very worried about the Ember, because right now against the Lina is tough, and Skywrath is a hero that can roam and get a kill on the Ember before the Ember has level 6, before he has his Remnant. So I have a feeling the Ember might have a very tough game ahead. And I talk about RRQ needing a support that can help him in the lane early. I'm not sure what's left though that's really helpful for the Ember to at least get maybe Bane, a support like Bane, but Bane plus Dazzle as a support though is really like very underwhelming.
Dire team pick.
Yeah, what else is there?
I need someone to be able to help him though. Otherwise, the Ember is like, he's gonna be left to die in the lane or something. Lane is not gonna be very good for him.
Yeah, I mean, what's this, like a strong lane? Undyne's banned. I mean,
Mirana.
Ancient Apparition is food here. Rubik's
10
pretty
seconds.
weak.
You shoot the arrow. and
Shadow
hope-
Demon? Shadow Demon, maybe?
I was
5
thinking about Shadow
seconds
Demon, but
remaining.
Shadow Demon cannot set up the kill alone. Oh, okay, so you just sack the
Radiant
Ember,
team
go for
pick.
another call.
Okay.
Ember's like, okay, guys, I know you guys don't really want to help me, so I'm just gonna try to survive the lane, and you guys carry me later.
Yeah, this does give them a little more Roche potential, something they were lacking up until now. So, could work out pretty well for RRQ.
It's again very good. Their composition is still very good team fight. Enigma, Dazzle,
10
Gyro,
seconds
Clockwork.
remaining.
They're still very good at team fighting. It's very similar to the lineup they had
5
in the first
seconds
game.
remaining.
This is not so all-in team fight. They still have some sort of catch with the Clockwork
Reserve
and
time.
split push with the Ember. So this game's draft is more well balanced.
Yeah,
to the
it
first-
feels like Trust are pretty much doing the same thing. Very
Split.
focused on the split push.
the rats, you know.
They love it. And it will be a storm,
The
so
rat.
super rat mode. And support Lena, it looks like maybe. Oh no, support Tusk. Okay, so
Support task similar like the last game. I think he played very well the last game. The support task what his name again? Jug or Kaneki. Man, these players should really use their own names though. Very confusing.
WinteR, you are preaching to the choir, my friend.
Preaching to the choir.
Let me. Are these dual lanes like Tusk, Lena, Skyrath, PL, or what do you? What do you
Yeah,
expect
I think so. Probably. They might actually want to run the Lina. Usually when we see Tusk Lina from LGD a lot at TI, they actually farm the Tusk instead of farming the Lina. But in this game, judging by the
10
players who are
seconds
picking the
remaining.
heroes, the Lina will actually be their core position instead of the Tusk.
5
It's still the same
seconds
lane, but just
remaining.
different priorities. And I don't think it's like a bad thing to give the Lina farm this game because the Lina will be able to destroy a BKB carrier like Gyro with more farm compared to a support Lina. So I think I like the decision this game to actually farm the Lina instead of the Tusk.
Yeah, I mean, in general, it feels like Lena can always use the farm, but it's not going to be a super high priority Lena. This will be your Abba Lena, so still in the off lane, and we'll have to give up some room for my pro.
What
and
do you
the
mean
kills.
not high priority? The Tusk is giving him farm. What more could you ask?
Well, you could ask for your Storm and your PL to step aside, but then your lanes might suffer a bit.
You're so selfish, you know, LD. You're so selfish. You just want all the farm.
I'm not
for
saying
your...
they should do it. I'm just saying he could
should-
have a higher
you should-
priority.
You should just pick Alchemist and max Griever's Greed and just...
I do,
pick
and then I
out-
get Midas, and then I get Radiance, and then my team loses, and I never play Alchemist again. But I don't
and
think
you
I'm
get-
the only one
you
who's
get
not playing.
reported, you know, you get reported.
As soon as my teammates random alch, I report them immediately. That and Doom. Instant reports.
So
No
let's-
mercy.
Let's talk about the lineup again. So you were mentioning dual lanes, right? Because you have Enigma. Your lanes are going to be a little weak, but you compensate it by having a Gyro. But Gyro plus Dazzle lane is still, you know, meh. It's still weak. Tusk plus Lina is going to be able to kill the Gyro or the Dazzle if they are caught in a very bad position. So I think Signature Trust has very good chance of getting a kill or two in the laning phase with the aggressive dual lane.
All right, well, let's formally introduce the players. We've got Nefari on the Clockwork, headed to the offlane. SEL will be taking the Dazzle. Koala Mon, who was your Lena last game for RRQ, will be handling the Ember Spirit. This time around, Boo Boo going to be playing the Enigma, and that will leave Panda on the Gyrocopter safe lane. And as for the opposition, Signature Trust, they lead 1-0 in the best of 3. You've got MyPro taking the Storm under his capable hands. QQQ will be on the Tusk. Abba, the Lena in the offlane with the early Mango pickup. Boom Bell Kung will be the Skyrath Mage, and that leaves Lakels, the famous carry player. He will be on the Phantom Lancer.
30 seconds to battle.
so interesting to see. Look at, you know what the Clockwork's doing? He's just making sure that there's no shenanigans coming in to eat the tree, to tangle the tree. He's staying guard there.
Yeah, we've seen, I think I saw FY, he just ran up here and ate the tree.
Yeah, Illidan as well. He just did it.
Yeah, there was a time where I remember Navi had like a Funnic Bat Rider in the off lane, and he started in the safe lane, fireflied over the tree line just to destroy that tree. Teams have tried a variety of tactics to deal with it.
Yeah, it's a huge difference though. Like in a lane, in a tough lane for Clockwork, if you can't do that creep block at the start, you are going to struggle to get like level 2 or level 3. It's very hard if you don't get it off. So it's very important for the Clockwork to make sure that he gets it off.
Our mid lane will get underway now. Storm versus Ember. And like you said, Koalamon, if he doesn't get some help in the lane, he may not be very happy. There's already a hill ward up.
It's not a Lina, so it's easier against the Storm, but it's still a disadvantageous matchup for the Ember.
Yeah, especially because there's a hill ward, so he can always just attack and poke at Koalamon uphill.
Okay, so looking at the lanes again, top Lina, this is the lane where we expect Signature Trust to do a lot against the Gyro and the Dazzle, and it's going to come into the mid game, or maybe 6 minutes or 5 minutes when Enigma gets his first Black Hole, and we'll see what he does with the first Black Hole. I think before he has Black Hole, I'm not sure if he has a very good chance of rotating and getting kills in the lane, so I think it's going to be a lot of passive farming from Enigma till he reaches level 6 before he tries to help the lanes. But sometimes situations do arise where you can kill without even using the Black Hole, so who knows.
Good news for Boo Boo. His jungle is not being contested directly right now. He'll have free reign over it. We'll kill off the big camp here. Cracks level 2. Does lose one of his Eidolons, unfortunately. And mid, MyPro and Koalamon engaging rather aggressive here. MyPro maybe could turn this around, but there's a salve to worry about. He's going to try to force it out, and well, Koalamon will make it away to safety. 8-2 the CS, though, is ahead as you'd expect from a Storm here. Having a good time early on.
Okay, the first rune. Let's see what the Tusk gets. He's still level 1, so ganking potential-wise, not as good yet. You want to get level 2 at least before you try and make a rotation to help the other lanes. But right now, they might be able to kill the Dazzle if they can actually shots and trap the Dazzle in a bad position here.
Looks like the offlane Lina is working out quite well so far, WinteR. They're getting a lot of CS on all 3 cores, and of course the trade, as you pointed out, is the Enigma in the jungle, but so far Lina, I mean, normally this is not the strongest offlaner, but she basically is getting free farm.
Yeah, it's because of the Tusk though. Like the dual lane is very, very strong. There's a reason why LGD likes to run the Tusk and Lina. It's so powerful. And it's like punishing the Enigma jungling, like you mentioned. The Enigma has to do work, later. Otherwise, it's not going to justify the Enigma pick. Because the Gyro is going to take a severe handicap in the lane. He doesn't get as much farm.
Let's go on to Panda. Still a lot of damage from the Rocket Barrage. Lina threatening for a stun. But in the end, Panda will just juke back a step or two, and that will end the early skirmish here. Some harass comes out now.
Clockwork manages to get level 3 because he's able to get the block off at the start, going back to base to refill, maybe pick up his boots. So he's doing decent, at least for his team. So Clock has a decent time. Enigma is kind of expected, he gets free farm, and Ember and Gyro are the 2 heroes suffering out of the consequences of how RRQ is laning this, because they are both having a very tough time in the lane, just looking by the CS scores. Gyro has 11 CS, Ember has 10.
It's like you said, it really comes down to the Enigma factor here for RRQ and how much they can get out of him. His level progression, not amazing, but not terrible. He's getting close to level 5 at 4 minutes. And
well, Puppy always gets like level 6 at 4.5. 4 minutes point.
It's not like the fastest jungle Enigma by any means, but Abba is going to miss a stun here. And Boo Boo engages, just the auto-attacking Enigma. Doing some pretty big work.
You farm faster if you have a point in Midnight Pulse on the Dire jungle. If you don't have that point in Midnight Pulse, you can't clear the trees. You don't farm as fast.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you'll see Enigmas skip it if they can get a kill, but barring that, it's very unusual not to level it up.
Yeah, you're supposed to be at least like level 5, 5.5 at this time. 5.5 is very you know, acceptable because Copy usually gets like level 6 at 4.5 and 4.
Uh-oh, Koalamon could be in danger here. QQ goes the snowball. They're just baiting him. He is level 6 now, but he can... Oh, he remnants away and he gets the first blood. Koalamon! Big plays, but one last smack from that.
Worth it, dude.
What was that, the hook? Anchor. One last smack from the anchor. Does at least equal it out.
So he got a huge turnaround there with that trade first blood. So that would actually put him at the top of the map world thanks to that rotation. I mean, thanks to that situation going his way, even though his CS is very, very low compared to the Storm.
Yeah, and the best part is he didn't even need the Enigma of Boo Boo to rotate, so he can just focus on farming things up in the woods. That's it, level 6. Building towards the fast mech.
Where does he gank right now? I think it's most likely top though, because it's hard to gank the Storm. The Storm is 6 now, so potential of ganking there is very, very low.
Yeah, if you want to gank him, you really have to bait and force my pro to dive and use up all his mana.
It's still possible. You have to come what must happen for that Enigma is he comes really close to the Storm, he stuns with the Malefice and Black Hole immediately after that. That is the only way he can actually get the Storm. He needs to be very close to the Storm.
Or he's out of mana, but that's a bit unlikely and not really up to you as the Enigma.
Yeah, that's not reliable.
My pro looking for this top rune, and we'll grab the bounty, but rotation coming in. Boo Boo in pretty deep. He's going to ball very far away up onto the high ground. This leaves QQQ entirely on his own, and now more heroes rotating in. Abba getting caught in the river. There's the snowball onto Boo Boo. The black hole's there. It sucks my pro down from the high ground right into the waiting arms of the Rocket Barrage, but not enough for the kill. They only get the tusk. He balls away, barely escaping. Lina also
he's
makes
stuck
it back.
here. The Ember is stuck here. Okay. Oh, mango.
He's got another. Oh, he got past the mango, did he?
Yeah, from the clockwork.
Very cute. We'll make it out.
Oh, that was like really good black hole though. They didn't have vision, but they somehow figured that the Storm would still be waiting there because they saw him ball up like maybe 10 seconds ago, trying to run away from the Enigma. So it was a really good black hole from Boo Boo. So first black hole, worth.
Well, the trade-off here is free farm for Lakel's 43 CS. The enemy safe lane gyro of Panda only sitting at 29. So, as often is the case with Signature Trust WinteR, they still make sure that Lakel's will get his. And he's getting it for free.
Midas? He's saving so much gold.
Yeah, what is
it? I know he likes his Midas though, this guy.
Do you think it's a good pickup on PL? I don't think I've ever seen it.
I don't think Midas on PL is good. Your farming item is Boots of Travel, not Midas.
Maybe he is rushing the Boots of Travel and wants the recipe first.
Oh, it's really weird to save so much gold though. It's
Radiance
like
Rush? Radiance Rush?
Most of the time, Radiance is really bad on Phantom Lens. I think you get a lot of small items like maybe a bracer or a bottle and just casual boots. You don't really save gold so much on PL. You want to get like all the small little items and even a wand, you know, upgraded wand. Would be nice.
Wow, Abba finds a solo kill top on the gyrocopter. Just caught him from the trees, it looks like, and threw out the Laguna to secure it. Very well done. And meanwhile, Nefari waiting for the 8-minute rune is going to find it as Abba is pursued. No black hole available, but the Malefice enough to slow him down. Turns with the Slave, working the Eidolons, which get healed up and won't end up being able to kill them.
Here comes the Clockwork with a haste rune, but he's just level 4. Not sure if he can actually get too much done here.
And it is a Midas WinteR.
Really? Oh my god.
The Midas PL.
Man, this guy, he is just like, you know, you talk about Black being the greedy Western carry player, but this is the greedy C player.
I feel like he might get away with it though. RRQ or with the black hole on cooldown still for a minute here and the Ember kind of underfarmed, the Gyro not having an explosive start. Kells might be able to get away with this.
Well, if he dies like once or twice, then it's really bad though. Now, we'll see whether he gets punished or not. But honestly, if you look at what RRQ have, how are they going to kill him? Hook shot, black hole. They need a very good executed, like, or maybe if the Ember can chase with a Spirit after the doppelganger. So it's not an easy task to kill the PR.
Yeah, maybe up to the Storm to become more of a true space creator here, not your AFK jungle farming Storm, but he hasn't gone for any points in Electric Vortex, so yeah, just in general, Signature Trust, they want their farm. Whether it's the Storm,
I don't think the Storm needs to make space though. There's enough space for everyone now. Like you can see, because they win the lanes, right, LD. So they are all the 3 cores are staying on all their lanes farming. So you don't really need to make space if that happens. And they don't have a hero that's dedicated to jungling. So the jungle is available for the PL. There's more than enough space.
Oh, they almost find Boo Boo. Snowball's going to go in, and he does have the black
hole
hole ready. Is he going to turn quickly? No chance. They completely chain stun him there.
That was really close. He almost got his black hole off.
Koalaman on the rotation, though, might be able to turn this to call down a complete airball. Stormballing in. He's going to get a Remnant off with a lot of damage on 2 heroes. Gyro will arrive. And MyPro trying to finish off SCL. Might be able to get the job done. Balls in, secures the kill, and will pay with his life. A 2-for-3 exchange. But all the while, Lakel's the real winner. Just AFK, farming it up bottom lane.
The real winner indeed. AFK farming and the Midas paying off already right now. Let's see what else are they going to have fairly soon. The Lina's going to have use, but not at a very super good timing, but he's getting there. He's halfway, more than halfway there. Storm is getting the threats and soaring, so he still has a lot of ganking potential with just very minimal items on the Storm. And like you mentioned, he just got 1 point in Vortex right now at level 9. So he's probably going to start to look for kills soon.
Yeah, let's see. There's a single double stack off towards the mid lane. Maybe something they can use here. Walrus Punch comes in onto Koalaman. Doesn't look like he has a spirit up. He throws one back now and retreats very far. Will make it out in time as Panda's rotation is forced. He flaks his way forward, but doesn't really have enough damage to get a kill here. So it does seem in general, WinteR, like Signature Trust kind of the puppeteer pulling on RRQ strings who are being scouted as they move through their jungle, and very reactionary play in general.
And right now the PL has retreated to the jungle and giving a lane to the Skyraf. So all in all, RRQ is still going to be pressured to do something. Otherwise, I feel Signature Trust is just getting more out of the map right now. Let's see if they have the mech. Yeah, they have the mech on the Enigma. So Black Hole Mecha up. They need to get a tower at the very least soon.
Hook comes in. Catch out Appa. Doesn't have the mana for the conks though. He's just diving with Battery Assault and he's under the tower now. The mech almost enough to save him. It is enough to save him. They juggle the aggro. He'll survive and even they get the Tusk as well.
That was so crucial.
Oh,
to drop the Black Hole to save the clock. Man, he would have died though. But going back to the point where you don't have enough mana, because if you look at his... Oh no, here comes the Ember jumping around. But if you look at his item build on the clock, you generally want to have a stick or like a branch or so. Otherwise, you don't have enough mana. If you don't have full mana, you can't cast all your spells.
Well, Boo Boo showing the power of the jungle Enigma here with both black holes, getting them kills. That one didn't last all that long, but enough to secure it. And they do take a tower off the back of it.
It's more like he used that black hole to save the clock. They would have been able to get the kill even if he doesn't black hole, but it's more of making sure that the clockwork doesn't die there.
Yeah, that's a better way of explaining it for sure. But still, Lakel's just free farm, 1,800 gold. Are we going to see the straight boots of travel now? It feels like we might. He's saving up a lot.
It's the This is the greediest way to play it. Midas boots of travel.
But they're not punishing it. They're really not. They've put no pressure on his lane. They're not.
This guy is greedier than black. Is it safe to say that?
Yeah, that is not. I remember when we watched. I think it was TI3. You and I were watching a game or two together with him, WinteR, and every time he would flame the carry player in the game, just like he's not greedy enough. He should be getting a Midas before the Battle Fury. You know, he should be getting his Midas before the Radiance. He should be rushing a Radiance. What are you doing getting a fighting item? BKB? That's for scrubs. To some extent, I think he was trolling a little bit, but you definitely could tell he believes in the very farm-focused type of carry. Unless he's playing Pudge, then he fights.
They're gonna find the Skyra.
They do catch him out with chains here. Quickly will drop, but rotation's inbound. Snowball forward, silence onto Koalaman. However, he's hasted and not an easy kill. He even re-engages, runs into 4 heroes, right into a Walrus Punch. Koalaman in deep Laguna. The mech save again, but not enough. MyPro finishes him off with the Remnant forward. And now looking for Boo Boo. Again, the Lina stuns off the mark. Still committing here with the Remnant. Gets the Boo Boo kill. Call down also going to whiff a series of very... well, off the mark spells. I guess there's no other way to put it. Nefari now grieved at the final moment. There's somebody using their abilities properly as SCL will keep him alive. Panda now on the retreat out, and the ball forward. Pow! Right onto Nefari. Down he goes. And when the dust settles, it ends up being 1 for 3, it looks like.
That is just way too aggressive on the Ember, though. He could have gotten a free pick off and get out, but Greed again. Everyone is so greedy. He wanted to get another kill.
I'm surprised Koalaman hasn't gone for a naked Battle Fury rush here.
He got greedy with the kills, but not greedy with his items.
That's true. Greed in only one way. But
If you want to go all in greed, you have to be greedy in everything.
you gotta go full Divide. There is no half Divide. They haven't gone towards Roche just yet, WinteR, but they do have this Enigma pick. Something you gotta keep your eyes on if you're Signature Trust. They do have a ward up around the Roshan.
Going for Greaves this game. It's quite good against PR. I think when you are all low, you get the armor against the illusion. But I think he needs a BKB though this game to get a black hole. I don't know. I feel BKB might at least make sure that he gets. But so far he's been getting all his black holes off, so no complaints about that.
Can't argue with results, that's for sure.
Yep.
Nefari smoked up.
He doesn't hit it.
Moving in towards the middle lane, looking for the opening here. Has the hook shot available. Skireth Mage does have a Mystic Flare he can dump into that hook. And massive pings coming out now. They've seen 3 heroes in the mid lane. They've got to figure more here. They're smoking. It was not scouted by Nefari. This could actually work out surprisingly well if they bring in more reinforcements. So far, only 3 here. Tusk now revealing himself a little bit. Still Nefari waiting for the hook, the tower down, and they don't even decide to contest mid. They will just farm it up elsewhere.
A split push again. And they smoke 2 heroes up top, waiting for a target to come, unfortunate target to come down and just die instantly to that. Oh, the Ember is gonna come down, the harder target to kill. They need to get the
Oh
seal.
no, Storm TP'd out. Just not quite right on the timing.
They still want to kill the Ember though, but this is tough. Yeah, because if you even if you get the use off, he's still gonna be able to jump out after.
Yeah, the only way you get him there is if he doesn't have a Remnant already up. But most good Ember players will.
The PL. Are they gonna chase him down?
They're trying for it, but Lakel's will, or MyPro will jump in rather. Snowball forward from QQQ. There is a black hole available. Boo Boo hanging on to it for now. There's the concussive shot, and QQQ is dead. He takes the bullet. And they'll just go back to split pushing with Abba. Stalling with MyPro, and generally seems Signature Trust not in any hurry to fight.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
They are going to take. I'm actually thinking whether they can go for Rosh now, but then again, I feel it's too long. They don't really have a good time to kill a Rosh. I don't have enough time to kill Rosh now, so they're gonna go for the tier 2. They TP the Dazzle top, so they want to make sure they save the top tower as well.
Koalaman already rotating. Nefari's there, whiffs the hook. And that should end the chase, it seems. Meanwhile, bottom. 3 TPs coming in. Panda, Boo Boo. This is a dangerous fight, but they do have the black hole. He's patient here, WinteR. He's got to catch them all and looks for it, but no, he gets silenced by the Skireth Mage. Boom Bell King ready for this one, and that Boo Boo will end up going down 2-0. Disastrous engagement.
And that was really good. Got to catch them all, right? There was no TP, so there was no escape for him. Yeah.
The man of the hour, Boom Bell King, just ensuring there's no chance of a black hole. Very well played.
Yeah, look at their heroes, man. Apart from the PR, everyone has something to cancel the black hole. This is not looking good for the Enigma. If he doesn't have, I don't think it's gonna be easy for him to get a black hole off without a BKB this game.
Well, what's the game plan now for RRQ? You've seen greed from Signature Trust, and it's paying off. They're up in net worth. They're up in experience. And this is while they're actually down 2 towers. They're still way behind. So you know if they get those towers, they'll be even farther ahead. So if you're RRQ WinteR, I have to ask, what do you do at this point?
You need to secure Rosh. That's number 1. And their Gyro didn't even go for like a super greedy build, right? He was going for Yasha BKB, so he didn't go for the greedy build. Is like you go Yasha and Helm of Dom, right? So you actually farm the fastest that way. But he's going for like a not greedy build, and like you mentioned, PR is greedy. So I would say RQ is like under pressure. They're going to have to do something with their items as soon as they get a BKB on Gyro. Maybe secure Aegis and just try to push. Otherwise, the PR is just going to out-greed them, even though they have an Enigma.
And my pro would now as well getting his farm, completed Bloodstone, has vision here on Qualamon, could try for the jump, but
this Ember is really poor though, LD. He's so poor.
Yeah, he didn't really get a whole lot of help in the mid lane.
Yeah, I mean it was kind of expected, right?
Oh, you know, he actually has a Claymore on the courier. He's not that poor.
He has a Claymore. Oh, okay, I didn't see his Claymore.
It's a bit under farmed, but I mean, he was versus Storm, so.
Yeah, it's still under farm, but I guess it's a result of the laning phase. He didn't get much help, and he had a mismatchup, like a matchup that he doesn't really do too well.
Well, Yasha done for Lakel's Diffusal on the way. This is starting to feel very worrisome for RRQ. They don't really have the best answers for the split push. They haven't taken Roach. They might. Oh, they smoked onto the Storm, but he just balls once, double ball away, and smoke gank's over. It broke the entire 3-hero smoke, and they get nothing. How do they gank? Who do they go for?
I think they need to actually just secure Aegis first of all. It's not easy for them to gank, so I feel securing Aegis is maybe a more important point right now. I think the Enigma can consider getting a medallion. I don't think finishing the Greaves is the best choice here though. But he still might finish the Greaves. It's just I feel he needs something to either give him like a better chance of getting back off in a team fight, a BKB, or something that helps his team get objective like a medallion.
Oh, QQQ walking right into SCL, and he knows because he gets body blocked. But maybe his hero was elsewhere because he doesn't seem to be reacting to this as they bring the Storm in.
They
almost mysteriously letting him go. They see other heroes off in the woods, like you say, and thinking about going for it, but just gonna back off in the end. There's no rush. Lakel's is farming.
Yeah, definitely. They're not in a hurry. They have a Midas PL farming away, and Storm. There are 3 cores. Like the most important thing is like all the 3 cores are always on different lanes. The Lina will be pushing one lane, Storm will be pushing one lane, then go missing in jungle. So there's a lot of pressure. And PL pushes out one lane right now, forces the Ember to come defend the lane. Boost of Travels down to bottom lane to take the tower. So they're just essentially moving RRQ all over the map and forcing them to just react to what they're doing instead of trying to do something on their own.
My pro up on the high ground now, just scouting things out a little bit here for the Radiant squad. They're getting pressure everywhere, and WinteR Dagger Enigma.
It's still a tool to help him get a black hole off, so I don't really think I would disagree with it, but I still feel even though with the dagger, he still needs magic immunity in the future. I mean, it's still a good pickup for him, helps him position himself, and in that sense, he can play like a waiting game. So he just waits for all the spells to come out with his dagger behind and comes in after everyone has used their disables.
It does give them a much better way to gank the Storm, and I would say to a lesser extent the PL.
Yeah, I agree. It's a good way of actually getting a blink back hole on the Storm.
Uh-oh. This is danger for the Qualamon Ember. But they're baiting this, and they have the black hole available, but Boo Boo doesn't use it just yet. Waits for it, then pulls him in after the doppelganger. Nicely done, Boo Boo. Making things happen.
That was a really good play. The snowball is going to come soon. He wants to stop someone from escaping.
Like Snowball's on to Panda. He's got backup, but Panda's rather tanky here with the Ogre Club. Storm blowing almost all his mana pool to try to focus him down. There's the chains, just enough damage for the kill. And Abba also hunting Qualamon, suddenly back. And looking to fight here. Hasted forward. No, that's going to be it seems.
It's still a very good trade for RRQ. I mean, sorry, Signature Trust, even though they lost the carry PL, but they traded the Gyro in return, and they got a Bloodstone charge on Storm. And essentially, when this happens, they are still delaying the game, and it's better for Trust if they delay the game, as long as they don't delay until the Ember gets too many items, because Ember is their biggest solution towards the PL. The Flag Cannon, to a certain extent, is still a solution, so PL, even though if it gets really farmed, RQ has tools to deal with the illusions. They have a lot of spread damage with the flag and the Slide of Fist, but at this point right now, Gyro and Ember still doesn't have like enough damage to actually clear out all the illusions.
They've also got the Midnight Pulse, which I think is really quite strong against the PL as well.
So he's not finishing the Greaves, he's gone into Overcup, so he's going to be building a BKB right now on the Enigma.
And once he gets it, they don't really have anything to cancel the black hole.
Yep, no. Unless they kill him with Laguna.
Yeah, or I don't. Maybe you can. Can you walk up behind him and walrus punch? Or yeah, I think if you do it just right,
yeah,
you
can. Depending on how. It's not like a sure thing.
Yeah, it depends on where he casts the black hole. If it's forward or like on top of himself.
It's not something reliable.
I wouldn't bet the ranch on it. That's for sure. Meanwhile, Lina is farming. The offlane Abba, Lina quietly building towards an Aghanim Scepter here. RQ. And without the black hole, they got to play a little bit more carefully. And man, it's on cooldown for a while now. Storm just farming up his jungle. Not really much they can do about that.
I mean, they're happy, right, if they're continuously farming and pushing out lanes. And they want to keep the situation like this. You always have to go take care of your lanes, push out lanes. So it creates a lot of opportunities for the Storm to find openings to get a pick off like someone alone, because you're splitting them up. So I think if you're Trust, you're happy that the game is going this way. You want to force the map to split. To split the map, so you force RQ to split up to defend the map, and your Storm will be looking for opportunities to find that pick off you want to.
Alaman does get scouted out top lane, and Abba rushing in. He looks for the Yule setup, but the hook was waiting for him. Now he doesn't have a defensive Yule. Where's the cogs? Nefari not getting them off in time. Now Abba engages, throws out the Laguna blade. Nefari's going to end up going down off the bat. Not the best initiation there. Selena will pay.
Space created. Position 3 for position 3, but a signature Trust again, getting more out of the map. Storm pushing bottom, and Tusk was like jungling for a bit. So I still think it's all the trades that have been happening, if you notice the past minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, are all really good for signature Trust. They're getting space on all their heroes, and right now the Storm has just completed the offlane. So this is the point where the Storm gets scary. He can kill the Ember Spirit, or even the Gyro if he doesn't get his BKB off here.
He does a BKB. They need to get the pull off here first and then just focus him down. They do pull before BKB. Then the Blake Walrus punch into the Mystic Flare. He BKBs at the last moment. They got to do it with auto attacks, and he just gets it. MyPro now balling his way out, and the fight continuing, but nobody able to follow up. Chase from Koalaman. Can he find somebody? Boombell Kung also on the run, and there's going to be a Remnant forward available. Actually, a double Remnant, but he's afraid to commit it and get turned on. And will, in the end, decide just to back off.
Low on mana as well, so he's just really worried that once he goes in, it's a one-way ticket. No way out. So yet again, you know, RQ getting themselves in those sticky situations where they lose an important hero. It's just getting to a point where it's not like the player's fault, you know, getting caught out. It's because they are being forced into the position as a team. They are getting split pushed by Trust, and their heroes have to split up to take care of the map, and the Storm factor comes in.
You catch out MyPro, but only for a moment there at the chains. He just easily retreats, heading back towards the woods. Elsewhere, signature moving down in the river.
This might be a very long game, LD. Might be a very, very long game.
It feels that way. They are not the best at breaking the base here. They can rat a bit, but no heavy tower damage.
Yeah, even if you rat, right, you keep ratting, like what Trust are doing. Like you mentioned, they can't push high ground that easily. Hook shot's gonna land this time on the poor Skyra. Casually just dropped. He dropped 2 wards. Lol. He wanted to drop.
The panic wards.
You wanted to drop like 1 ward because it's a thing with a support, right? You get into all these places where you usually don't get to go into, and you just want to place a vision. Oh damn! Now he gets rewarded, both of them.
Oh, so much gold! Delicious, delicious.
I don't think wards are delicious, my friend. Just say.
You clearly are not a support player then, man. They taste good. Bet gold.
What?
How can you say they're not delicious? Free gold.
You know what's delicious for a support? When you catch the kill on the carry, from the carry.
Yeah, we saw Lakel's on the wrong end of that earlier today.
If you do the math, ward 50 gold, so you have to buy 200 gold sentry and use 1 sentry to get it, so you break even at best.
It's better than missing though, so you know, still feels good.
So you're clearly not a support player.
Jeez, why such a flamer? Meanwhile, mid lane, oh, MyPro going in very hard. And he will find a kill. He may need to Bloodstone Eyes. He's trapped by the chains and really holding this. He does. Oh, jeez. Waits until the last possible moment before using it. but will at least deny them the golden experience.
Not worth it. Enigma was way too tanky. Took too long to kill. Not worth it, even though they didn't get gold, and you might argue that, oh, he got the suicide off, but as a Storm at this point, you want to keep your personal charges.
Like Walrus Punch combo, and then the Laguna coming out, Panda trying to turn this, and he will be able to with the BKB. They lose the Tusk.
Wow, that was... I was actually really skeptical when they were going in, and I was right. I didn't think they had enough damage, unless the Lina was 16. Because Gyro had 1800 HP from full, and their combo does like around maybe point... Oh my god, he has a long zip.
Big zip indeed. My pro, he just respawned. He may go down again here.
Yeah, the clockwork. I think they could have killed the Storm.
They have a Force Staff. They still might have a chance here. With the chains also available, 2 remnants at the ready, and he's jumping in. Will catch him just a little bit. Battery Assault worn off, though. And now chaining. Jumping up to the high ground. Qualamon out of mana. Won't be able to chase.
Man, the clock, I think the clock has to, you know, when he hooked in, he has to use the cogs to push. Because he had like around 100 mana before he get out. So if he pushed him with the cogs, he would have actually removed all his remaining mana. I think they would have actually secured the kill if the clock actually did that, instead of trying to trap the Storm inside his cogs.
It just feels like Trust getting a little sloppy now. A couple of times where they're diving too far, getting cocky perhaps.
I mean, you know, when you're in this sort of game where you're moving, you're like holding the opponent's nose and moving them around the map, you get cocky when you do that. Because you feel like you're in control of the situation, right? You're moving the opponent to defend their lanes constantly. So, generally, sometimes players get cocky, you know, when you're actually playing like that. It happens.
Still hasn't really cost them. Just a kill here or there, no objectives claimed. And
yeah, I think the biggest loss they had so far is the Bloodstone charge of the Storm going down. That is actually the last thing they want happening. Because you want to go into the late game, like I mentioned, because you can't push high ground, right, against Gyro and Ember. So you want to go into the late game where your Storm has like maybe 3 lives. You die with Bloodstone charge, you respawn because you have a lot of charges, and you die again, you have buyback. So you are essentially taking a team fight at the opponent's base by having 3 Storms.
Yeah, and you may even have an Aegis as well, which gives you even more flexibility.
They're actually stretching that too far.
Hey, he's Storm. I mean, he's the ultimate Aegis carrier. Stun attempted by Abba, but he gets juked by a nice sleight of fisting with that Qualamon. We'll chop him up elsewhere in the river. MyPro engaging onto Panda. Again, a bit slow in the BKB, but Enigma's in position to blink Black Hole, and gotta be careful now.
That was a really good play from the Gyro there. He knew he couldn't get the kill, right, the Storm, so he was trying to force at least the Gyro to use his BKB charge, so at least they get something. So he was really calm, and he knew Enigma was coming over, so he was in no danger at all.
And they are gonna take the tower now, bottom.
Yeah, the split push commences, and they have a sizable creep wave. Do they want to go high ground with this, or they go Roshan? Let's see. Okay, they're going to go for Rosh.
Roshan is the call. Actually, a TP back from Gyro, so maybe they don't even go yet.
I actually think they could have actually maybe summoned Eidolons, go for Rosh, and send the Ember back with a Spirit at the Rosh pit. Ember takes care of the lane, and they get the Rosh.
Yeah, I'm not sure how confident they feel against the Storm.
Yeah, I think they're not confident. That's why.
Yeah, we'll have a moment here to collect our thoughts. Oh, a little toilet break. Oh, goody.
Toilet break, yeah. So Ember has Manta. I don't think we actually talk about that. So he has a way of getting out of the silence from the Skywrath or the Storm. That is indeed very, very helpful for him. And Gyro so far, after completing the SNY, hasn't have much items yet so far. I think Skadi would be nice on the Gyro this game, maybe. Skadi or getting more tank might be good for him. Or he wants to go for, let's see, maybe not Skadi so far. Skadi can be later. You want to get a damage item now. So MKB probably first before you get the Satanic or the Skadi. Or even the Butterfly. Because I think as PL, it's important that you don't want to build an MKB, right? You don't want to build MKB on PL if you can. So if you can force the PL to get an MKB, it's going to be a good thing for RQ.
Game will unpause. We get back underway here as Roshan was not attempted in the end. MyPro was scouting out the pit a little bit.
Over here now.
Nobody there. He'll back off. Continues farming. Almost has the Shiva's guard. And despite how the game's been back and forth, they continue to have a very sizable farm lead. Gold and experience here. Just way up in terms of the CS department, it seems, especially. And
I actually think that Shiva's guard might not be the most optimal choice here. It's still good, you know, because a lot of armor against the slide and the flat cannon. But the thing is, you know, because I'm just saying this based on what is happening in the game, right? Because they're splitting them up. I think you can get a scythe and it might actually pay off more than getting a Shiva. He's still gonna get a hex at some point, but because he's getting the Shivas, he's delaying the hex first. And in this type of game, right, he's forcing the opponent to split up. Maybe getting the hex would have been more rewarding than getting the Shivas first.
Yeah, versus the Ember.
Yeah, because the Ember,
catch.
the Ember has Manta right now, so your Orchid is not a secured lockdown. So he's going to jump in mid.
Easy solo kill on SCL. It looks like no, he doesn't finish him off. He got a little. He didn't quite do the math there, and now gets hooked on the way out. Could be in danger. One to cog block him back, but does miss on the mana burn.
Yeah, he was worried though because it's like a confidence thing, right? Remember last time when he did this play against the Enigma, he died. So this time he goes in for the same play in the same situation, and he's like, okay, I have to get this kill and get out. I don't want to die. So, I mean, I can understand why he was just jumping out at that moment because he knew he had enough with the damage, the soul burn damage. It was just because of the mech, and he didn't get the right click, the final right click off with the Overlord. So that cost him the kill.
And that is why you save your stick charges. For anyone who wonders why pro players don't just use them for a free heal in lane here and there. Game-changing item, even at this stage.
Yep, Ember is gonna build into. He gets a Demon Edge first. Is he getting MKB? But he does. There's no one having Invasion though. Because if you want to build Daedalus, you always get Crystallis first. You don't get Demon Edge first. But I don't know. I don't think he needs the MKB though. But I could be wrong. He might still go for the Daedalus. It's just the build up is a bit weird because you always want to get the crit first. The Crystallis first. Yeah,
when you already have a damage item like a Battle Fear, it's way more cost effective as they find SCL down in the pit. We'll get the kill here. But
maybe he's anticipating that the PR will go Butterfly.
I mean, Rapier is a possibility if he really is worried about this game.
I don't know about Rapier though. I think it's too early for that.
Yeah, I would agree.
I wouldn't rule it out, but it's just too early.
I would agree, but the only other thing is the Demon Edge is the hardest part to farm. So if you don't feel like you need to fight right away, it can be nice just to pick it up. But my pro jumping in, gets on the Panda once again. They don't knock him up though, and now he pops his BKB, re-engaging. The hook shot only connecting on an illusion. Looks like QQQ will end up mostly likely going down. He does snowball to hold the line just for now, jumping deep onto the Enigma, and then even keeps himself alive longer with the Guardian Greaves. This Tusk just won't die. At long last, he goes down, and they're afraid to engage, despite the other four heroes having everything available. They will play it safe, TP out. And then the ping goes on to Roche. Sigil scouting it. But I think RRQ WinteR, they may want to try to take this.
I don't think anyone would want to take it right now. Because Trust can't really go for it, so they'll push the lanes first. And they'll try to make sure RRQ can't take it. And they're going to catch.
Wallaman, he's gotten a little cocky here. The Grave comes out saving him. That's why he had the backup of SCL. He knew he could push it to the limit, and man, he really did push it to the limit. Boo Boo finding Boombell Kung on the way out. Uses the Malefice here. And will get the kill on the back of it. Good anticipation.
They just lose a support right now, and the PR is pushing top. So essentially, that doesn't allow RQ to go for the Roshan. I think that's the most important thing that they achieved through that. They bought enough time and space for the heroes to push the lanes. Meanwhile, Lina is also pushing out middle. So if RQ decides to go for Roshan now, they're gonna have to be under. They're gonna be under pressure because PL is gonna be knocking on their high ground.
Speaking of that, PL starts to create the illusion army, lancing Qualamon. Thinking about a jump in. Could do some damage here, but he's got to be careful. And they are, in fact, roaching now. Has been scouted out at that exact moment by the shards, and they may engage into this one.
The storm is here. The storm is here.
In danger. This is very risky. The sigil gives them vision. Now it's going to wear off. Does he ball in? Tusk continuing to apply it. Now they ball in with the Shiva's covered. The Black Hole is waiting for MyPro. He needs help. QQQ, get in there, man. And he will with the snowball. The uppercut. Roche about to follow. Who's going to grab it? It's snatched by MyPro. What a play. And now turns. Going to fight Panda as well. It seems he will live. 4 dead. Black Hole down. And Signature Trust just completely coming out on top that time. It might be 5 even. Ember in danger here. There's no mana for a Laguna play, but going to be close to having it with the stick charges. Not quite, though, and they get at least one. Qualamon in danger now, though, as he gets uppercutted by Walrus Punch. Where's the backup? They're going to have round 2 on MyPro. Lots of mana to work with, up to 12 Bloodstone charges balling here. Jumping there. Zip, zap, and dead. It'll be a dieback on the Enigma, it looks like. Yes, it will. And a team wipe as well. 6 kills and Aegis snatched. Can you say train wreck, WinteR?
Dire's middle tower is
That
under
was the reason why I felt it was risky to go for the Roshan. And the Enigma even he made a very good play, right? He black holed. He was assuming that he knew that the storm would jump in, so he black holed preemptively. It was just because during the time that he black holed, his team couldn't finish the Roshan. He was trying to black hole and let his team finish the Roshan, pick up the Aegis, kill the storm. But they couldn't get it done, and the snowball, he came in to cancel the black hole, which was really crucial. And yeah, that was the biggest thing, cancelling the black hole and allowing the storm to jump out and steal the Aegis after. That's why I felt the Enigma needed a BKB very, very badly. He went back to an overclock and he didn't finish the BKB. He went back to finish the Greaves, so he probably felt that he should have had the BKB there. He would have maybe saved the team the fight.
Wow, meanwhile, camera off the mark, but SCL just gets blown up.
Yeah,
Did not see that at all.
This is reaching the point where it's late game, like getting to super late game, where supports like Dazzle against a Storm with a lot of items, you generally can't do much when he sees you. You have to stay out of vision. If he sees you, you're dead.
Well, the siege continues in earnest. Raquel's doing a lot. The hookshot won't even connect. They blink it with Boo Boo, trying to chase him out. Can they bring Lakel's down here? Remember, Lakel's is very tanky and has a buyback available if need be. Stormballing in. There's the Walrus Punch. Now the Snowball sucking one in. Not MyPro, though. And he will just stand his ground. 15 Bloodstone charges. Almost out of mana. They still haven't killed off the friggin' PL, and he may turn this. Sleight of Fist will finish him. He buys back instantly. That gives away 1330 gold. But can they kill him a second time, WinteR? That's the burning question right now. If they can, RRQ just might have a shot. Black hole up in 30, but in 30, they could lose 3 lanes of Rax here, it seems. No buyback available. He's dead for 40, so even longer to wait before the Enigma can engage. And now, 1 lane of Rax. Potentially going to go down. A little bit afraid of the dieback, though. Biding his time, Lakel's is. And Abba's the man to blink in. Doesn't actually go with the Yules, though. Just hangs onto it for now. Oh! Big damage from the Ember. We'll get them the first kill. The trade is a follow-up on the RRQ, forcing Panda back. Koalamon starting to eat the scythe here from the PL as he continues to slice away with his spear, but not enough to get a kill. Just sufficient to force them back. And they will turn and focus on objectives. Racks are about to drop. This will be 1 lane for Lakel's. Let's see if they get out now. Enigma is back. And Storm zipping all over the place on the retreat out. Ember trying to scare them a bit, and Enigma's TPing down deep behind enemy lines. He wants the dieback on Lakel's, but the stun's there to cancel it. Boo Boo sadly does not have his BKB. Can they finish the job? Again, Doppelgangery to freedom. MyPro still alive through all of this. RRQ have committed so much. They desperately need these kills. I don't know if they're going to get any Panda on the run. Koalamon rushing in, but the team just a bit discombobulated. If he had a BKB, WinteR, it could have been different.
Yeah, definitely could have been different. That was as crucial as the black hole in the black hole. The black hole in the rush pit that would allow him to get a very important kill for his team. Yeah, the Greaves is like, I think not worth it though. It's safe to say now because there are 2 situations where he really hoped that he had the BKB to get a key kill.
It's unfortunate. And at this point, RRQ, maybe rapiers are the items they're looking for. Panda with a Demon Edge.
So he indeed finished the Daedalus before the fight, the Ember. So he actually just started out with a Demon Edge, which was somewhat uncommon. I want to say if you want to get a Daedalus, but he still finishes the Daedalus. And the next item, I wouldn't be surprised, like you mentioned, he gets a... He's actually going to get a Dagger first, but his next damage item would, I think, be... Because they are going to be in tough spot, Rex down and whatnot. Getting a Rapier is like the last resort after that.
You can see the impunity with which the Storm of MyPro now runs around the map. 17 Bloodstone charges. And he's not even the most farmed hero on the team. That honor goes to Lakel's. Like you said, WinteR, it is very late game. This feels like almost like your 50-60 minute level of farm with just the general strategy Signature Trust went for and the Midas on the PL. They've been able to get away with a very high economy game, and we see the results now. 471 CS on Lakel's. Over 10 per minute.
Yeah, it's definitely paying off for them, and top lane. He's looking for his free Bloodstone charges again, but too much backup. Hook shot!
Free about that one. There's the hook. MyPro does have the Bloodstone tonight. May need to pop it. Can he get it off the cog back? Oh, he does. Mid push, it looked like. But he will die. That's 6 charges down.
So that's again once more. Oh, he's losing his Bloodstone charges. This is important for RQ to make sure that the Storm doesn't get too much Bloodstone charges into the ultra late game scenario.
He still has a decent number here with 11, but one more death and he'll be kind of in the doldrums.
Yeah, Gyro hasn't been getting enough farm though. His farm is relatively always low throughout the game. He's not doing enough damage for his team. Right now it's only like the Ember doing enough. I think the Gyro needs to be able to do more damage. The Ember
what's the item here for the Gyro? Do you actually think Rapier or is it just an MKB dataless?
It's tough though. I think they need more damage. So Rapier is like, I would actually consider getting Rapier right now because of you have the Dazzle to protect you in a fight. So I think it's more understandable to go Rapier in this situation where they have the Dazzle to keep him alive in team fights and go for just ultra damage, all out damage to deal with the PL and the Storm. So that might be an option. And
he is saving his gold.
You don't need the True Strike so much until you see like a Talisman of Evasion on the PL. That's why sometimes in late game, right, LD, you as a PL against this sort of lineup against a Gyro, you want to save your gold until you can buy the whole butterfly. Oh yeah, he actually has the whole butterfly already. Yeah, so MKB is probably better now. I didn't see his whole butterfly. But I was gonna go back to the point where you want to buy the whole butterfly at one go. You don't want to build pieces, like small pieces in the late game. So the enemy doesn't have time to build the MKB. If you get a talisman early, then the enemy has time to get ready to build MKB.
Yeah, I guess you can just buy it to force them into it and then just go something else, but when you're PL, it's just such a core part of his kit generally.
It's very good because of the stats that he gives you. So your illusions become super strong, and not to mention the illusions get the evasion.
Yeah, look at the stats. It's over 200 agility. This is like Morphling levels of stats.
No, Morphling is even higher level, I can assure you.
Yeah, but he doesn't have an army of illusions, my friend. Oh, they do find Mypro off in the tree line. He immediately engages onto Quellamat. Doesn't have a Hex. Now Lakel's on the hunt. Can Doppelganger in? But not going to just yet. They'll let Mypro be the first guy to jump in. Boo Boo getting focused. No BKB. Force staff to keep him back, but they just keep him pursuing. Diving in deeper and deeper, and eventually Boo Boo will be left black and blue and will fall. Nefari next, most likely.
The fight, 4v5.
The illusion's doing the work, and yeah, off in the bottom lane. Lina just casually split pushing. In the end, RRQ do hold the line for now, but Lina's starting to stream in. Rushing up towards the top side of the map. Can Abba find a pick here? Now the ping's coming out. Don't fully crack that base, but they do shove the lanes in once more.
Got it.
Oh, they did that with 4v5, can you imagine? And right now the PL, okay, PL can go for, let's see what can he go for now. Abyssal, probably a good choice here. Against the Gyro or the Ember. Yeah, I think Abyssal next is what he wants. Upgrading the diffuser is not a priority right now.
So you think get rid of the Yasha and get an Abyssal?
I think it's better than getting a Manta this game. Manta is not good. He gives you more illusions for the Ember to splash, so it's not good.
This poor Dazzle. SCL is just... He's just food for the fishes at this point.
Yeah, it's normal for him, for this style of thing to happen when the game goes so long. It's very difficult to play the support. When you get seen by the Storm or the Lina, it's like free Bloodstone charges all the time when he sees you. Free charge.
Seems signature. Right now, maybe waiting for that next rush.
The Storm has the Hex right now, so it becomes super dangerous for the Ember to split push now, or to defend the lanes, because
they did see it. They have a ward here, so they know it's up.
Storm has a lot of killing power. I think he can kill... If he has a backup from the Boost of Travel PL, he can kill anyone with his Hex and pull.
Or the Lina, who also has her own BOTs. And oh, by the way, QQQ has a Hex as well. Double Hex.
Came out of nowhere.
Yeah, he's been saving for that one for a while.
It's actually a good decision this game against the Ember. I think it's a very good decision. Usually you see Tusk going for maybe more of all those utility items like Solar Crest or Glimmer Cape. But this game, I think Hex is very important for them, because the problem in the team fights is the Ember, and you need to catch the Ember to lock him down right away. Since he has Manta, so the Skyrath Silence and the Orchid from Storm is not reliable, so then again you need the Hex. And I think this is a really good pickup from the Tusk. It might actually pay off big time for them.
Nefari's running up the hill, but QQQ's waiting to reveal the smoke gank, and he will blink out as Nefari jumps in even deeper. QQQ TPing out and should make it home. The hook off the mark. Everybody gets out. RRQ.
Space created for the PR once more.
Yeah, and his BOTs were cooling down, but now they're just about ready. And they can re-engage. MyPro, the first guy to jump in. Well, we lose most of his mana here off the bat, but PL is arriving soon, and RRQ forced back out. Guess who's on his own? Poor SCL. Force Steph gonna push him over those ice shards, though. Keep him alive for now. Good teamwork from RRQ, but the gold lead is just massive at this point, WinteR. 25,000, and this may well be the Roche.
Can they actually contest this? Let me see. They can maybe put a... Okay, they're not going to do it, so it's irrelevant now. But Signature Trust going back to their plan for the whole game. They want to just split push. I think they lost the gem earlier, so earlier they had a gem to control the map, but right now they don't have a gem. So if you look at the vision RRQ has like 4 wards on the map. This is generally not what you want when you are doing what Signature Trust is doing. You're split pushing. You're trying to force the opponent to split up, so you don't want to give them information of the whereabouts of your teammates. And clicking on their shop, they actually have a gem, another gem.
And there's also a gem on the ground. So
yeah, where is it?
It's north of the bottom tower. Well, where the tower would be.
So that was the gem that lost previously, right?
I think so, yeah.
So I think maybe they can actually just, if they cannot retrieve this gem, they can just get a new gem. I think the gem is a really crucial part of their game right now. They need to remove all the remaining vision that RRQ has, and you force them to, once you force them to play in the dark, your Storm will have instantly more opportunities to make pickoffs happen because of the lack of vision on the opponent's side. So this is what is their next priority, I feel.
Another pause, unfortunately, for the players. The game kind of slowing down a little bit. And guys, if you're joining us, we've got another best of 3 coming up after this one. This could be a 2-0 win, but the next best of 3 scheduled to start in, I believe, 30 minutes. Let's see, what is it going to be today? I got to bring up my bracket here. It will be MVP Hot 6 versus Space Creators. So we'll see the new Hot 6 roster in action, WinteR.
The full Korean squad now.
The what?
The full Korean squad. They are full Koreans now.
Yeah. It's and MVP Phoenix is kind of like the super team, I guess, in theory. With QO and MP on the same team.
They are the super team.
Oh, you're a funny guy, my friend.
Thanks to all the funny guys I've been spending time with at TI.
We'll get to clown around more soon, I'm sure. But all right, what do you think, WinteR? Over under here? What's the percentage chance that RRQ can turn this around? Would you give them even 10%?
No, they have a very good chance, I think. Yeah, their lineup is very good at defending high ground. And once the Enigma has a BKB black hole, they have nothing to stop the BKB black hole. So I think that is, once that happens, I think maybe it's 3 to 7. I think the odds. Signature Trust has 7 and RRQ has 3. They're still in control because they have superior map control. So I feel even though Signature Trust is, even though Signature Trust has a chance of losing a team fight to a BKB black hole in the future, but they are still in control of the game because they are able to move out and farm more of the map compared to RRQ.
Well, the great Indonesian hope here. Currently paused.
The great Indonesian hope.
Who was it who paused? It was actually Trust, not RRQ.
Yeah, mic problem. They don't have a snowball mic, my friend.
SEA, man. SEA with the pause Doto. Well, I guess yesterday Navi was getting DDoSed. Or supposedly. I don't know how they haven't taken precautions at this point, but it's, we got spoiled by TI, WinteR. I completely forgot that such a thing as DDoS existed or pause Dota existed. Well, actually not pause Dota. We had a lot of pauses at the main event this year, but I mean still less than your average online tournament, I guess. Abba, oh, is he really going for this? He wants SCL maybe, but
He just wants to zap the Dazzle. he needs two spells, you know, and another Dragon Slave.
Yeah, I mean, he could just throw Laguna Slave him real quick, but has to be worried about getting jumped after that.
Yeah, then it would be not worth it to get that kill.
That's how you throw. Throwing 101. Commit your farmed Lina just to try and kill a 3k net worth Dazzle.
Damn, 3k net worth.
184 GPM.
I didn't even notice that.
Oh, but you know, the GPM is all the gold he's earned. It's not.
He actually finishes the Manta. Okay. I mean, it's better for split push, but not very good against the Ember.
They have so much AoE. The gyro as well.
I guess it just keeps, like, it allows him to keep the lanes pressured more because the Manta illusions last longer than your normal illusions.
Abba, caught out here. There could be a Blink Snowball, but then it would probably just mean both of them end up dying. He's caught out completely. Will end up going down. This gives Lakel's a feeling that he should try to push in this bottom lane, but Ember easily able to deal with the illusions, even with quite a bit less farm. Kualamon getting there now. 4.2k. Let's see, anything on the courier? Oh, he's got the Demon Edge. Could be the double Daedalus. Could be the Rapier. He's getting the farm.
He's Rapier.
It's Rapier time, boys.
Incoming!
Woo!
Is it?
Things getting spicy, WinteR.
He doesn't need... Oh no, it actually might not be Rapier. Because he needs an MKV. Okay, maybe not. That's evasion.
Yeah, but it's... oh, maybe he's not the one using the courier, actually. Yeah, okay, I thought he was sending it to the side shop, but I guess I was wrong.
He needs... I think he's gonna go for MKV.
MKB, then Rapier, I guess, if you have the gold for it. But that will be a little while. Still, though, you have to admire RRQ. They've managed to hold this for a very long time. Lakel's jumping all around, just buying time here for the Storm Spear, but the Black Hole only catches Lakel's Pro, able to dodge away. He ends up getting canceled. Well played, and now Lakel's still fighting his way through the entire enemy team. Illusions alone are keeping them all back. I think they thought one of the illusions was the real Lakel's. Ember re-engaging, trying for the slight. They get the homie missile on him. It follows him through. Might be enough to kill him off. He could look to Manta dodge this, or maybe Doppelganger dodge, and if that happens, he should survive. Kualamon again with the slate. Again, the dodge. Lakel's, though. Oh, he will go down. Ends up getting bopped by the missile in the end. And Abba frantically smoke rushing the enemy base now. Just sprinting the other direction. He even BOT'd in for this, it looks like, to try and re-engage. He runs back up the hill, has vision. We get the Laguna kill. He's hunting for it. He gets vision for the Storm. Hex onto Boo Boo. Laguna is there. Secures the first. Look for SCL the second. MyPro out of mana, though. They have to back off here. Just a very chaotic fight. MyPro trapped, chains, Bloodstone deny. He's down as well. They end up losing both big bad cores for only in a solitary Enigma here. Now the Mystic Flare completely dodged. A useless one, really. And the PL buying back has re-engaged. Lakel's, if he dies again, this could really bite Signature Trust.
Oh my god, suddenly the game becomes a pressure situation for Signature Trust.
Now they will get SCL, it looks like, trying for the TP out, but not going anywhere. Actually, didn't even have it there.
This is not a useful kill, though, for the 2 buybacks. This is not a useful kill. At least they need to secure Roche or something, you know. This is not worth it.
And with both cores dying and buying back, I mean, your Storm's got an 8-charge Bloodstone, so it's not really like he's got a second life by any means. He's still dead for over a minute.
More AG steal, maybe?
Yeah. Oh, actually, you know, with the buyback, it's probably more. It's still probably pretty close to 2 minutes, WinteR. So, yeah, they really got to get this Roche. There is no black hole available, but everybody gets nervous. Signature Trust. This is the time to strike with the hole on cooldown. They wait out the cooldown. They may re-engage. Gyrocopter managing to buy up a Satanic now. They scout with the Sigil on the high ground. Do they commit for this? MyPro ball's back in. Rocket giving vision here. A warning shot from Nefari. Up and down. Still afraid to fully commit, but WinteR, this means the black hole, only 30 seconds off cooldown. It may be up for this next Roche. And that could really bite them. They're just hesitating. In and out, not committing.
But they still don't have BKB because he bought out again. So Enigma's... He might actually not get a BKB at all this game. He don't have a time.
Yeah, he has had to spend a lot of money, and they get a homie missile now onto MyPro. Lakel's into the pit. Will begin to work on the Roshan, balling into the missile so that it won't actually stun him. The rest smoked and engaging, and MyPro jumps right up onto the high ground. They do get the Aegis onto the peel off the bat. Cheese, I believe, also grabbed up here, and Now concussive shot onto Koala Man, where Abba has gone in a bit too far. Force Staff, Yule Scepter, Glimmer Cape still available, but they get the dust out, so he can't use that to run away. And now the fight breaks out. There's the black hole. He found the boo-boo. Could be the savior here. Almost completely turning this fight on its head. Storm Spirit forced to fall away very quickly. Phantom Lancer surviving, fighting, not dying. Lakel's hangs on, stands strong. He might even get more. Boo-boo is going to go down. Not the hero in the end. They just get bring down Lakel's 20 HP and running in WinteR, running in and going for more. SCL trapped up his grave, but it won't matter. Beaten down, death by the Phantom Lancer. And RRQ, a valiant effort, but this will be it. This is the end. There will be no game 3. There will be no mercy from Lakel's, it seems. They buy back. Ember, the only guy that's got it. Oh, actually, Gyro just using his now. Still, no black hole. PL having the second life. They're going for it. They're going for the Megas. And RRQ will be up against it. They lose the Lina. Potentially the Storm even going to go down here. He will die. That's a dieback. Maybe they haven't done it yet. He's dead for 55 seconds, even with the Bloodstone charges, but there's a Lakel's problem here. They ended a godlike streak as well. A lot of gold into RRQ's pockets. Lakel's, he will get caught out. Don't tell me he dies back as well. He's going to run. He has the Aegis, so that's going to take a lot to bring him down, but it looks like they have a lot. 3 big beefy cores on the hunt. Lakel's needs the doppelganger up to the high ground, try to run quickly, and oh no, he just stands and fights. He will go down once. Can they get him a second time? They have a Mystic Flare. They have a Force Staff. Boombell Kunk tries to push away, pushes him onto the cliff. Not where Lakel's really wants to be. He'll doppelganger even farther back. Koalamon still engaging. Silence, trying for the slight. Big damage, but not enough to get kills here. Still hanging, cleaning for dear life, but oh, the Scarlet Mage just melts to a single flak shot, taking out a huge chunk of his HP. Can they get Lakel's? Kill the man, kill the damn fella, and they will end up bringing him down. The Ember Spirit, the Traders, QQQ regains the fight, rejoins. That's a PL down for 120 seconds. They still haven't gotten a circulated price. I really can't believe this, but somehow, some way, RRQ cleaning for dear life. BKB, Satanic, he might be able to just save himself here out of mana. My pro on the run, and oh, no TP. He's got to walk back to base. 4 dead. Oh.
Double damage.
And the game turned so tense because they used the 2 buybacks on their cores just now. Otherwise, it wouldn't be so tense for them.
That's all you have to say after that.
Yeah, I mean, what else is there to say? They tried to chase the PL so far. If they weren't in a position where they use the buybacks, they would be more relaxed, you know, because they use their buybacks. You always, when you use your buybacks and you don't get anything, you're stressed out, you know. Another free
the feeding frenzy continues here for my pro.
Like I mentioned, you see the Dazzle, it's a free Bloodstone every time. Nothing much you can do as a Dazzle. It's a sad game for Dazzle.
You got to admire RRQ. They're really hanging tough with Signature Trust, but they are playing from a deficit, and I mean, gold experience still not even close to going their way. They are closing in on a potential Rapier on Panda, but it seems they will not have one anytime soon on the Ember. He completed MKB instead here, so seems like they may still struggle to fight Signature Trust.
You talk about the Rapier, but I think the key item that they've been missing is the BKB on that Enigma. Every time he gets like maybe 3 seconds or 2 seconds off his black hole, and then he gets cancelled.
Yeah, but I mean,
the last one he got it off.
But he's not farming, so talking about Enigma's items is just depressing. He hasn't gotten anything in, I mean, like 30 minutes, I want to say, WinteR.
He used, like, I think at least 2 buybacks from what I remember.
You know, the sad part, I would say he's had a really good game, but he's 3-10, and he still doesn't have his BKB. I still feel he's played very well, though.
Yeah, he did very well. A lot of very good rotations early. Good black holes, even though he doesn't have a... Even though it was like 1 or 2 seconds sometimes, but it was enough for him to secure the kill. But there were a couple of kills that they missed because he didn't get BKB. He went for... I think he would have finished the BKB if he didn't go for the complete of the Greaves. So that is something that he will think about for the next time he plays Enigma. Whether to not value the Greaves as much as a BKB.
They are slowing this one down. Signature Trust after that last engage. They want their buybacks. I think they want the next Roche here as well before they even think about an engagement. And
Yeah,
we'll
the
have 3
buyback is the
buybacks
mod.
soon.
They have PL buyback and Storm has buyback.
Actually,
Yeah,
they're gonna have
Storm.
4 because Tusk is about to get his.
Dire's middle tower has
They
fallen.
honestly, they could go now because there's no buybacks on RRQ, and they should know that 3 of them are on cooldown.
And they're all exposed. The racks are exposed right now, so they can actually just split them out with 4 heroes on one side, and PL just gets the other racks, the other side of racks.
In Black Hole, we trust. That's got to be the call here for RRQ. They hook. Lakel's the first man to try to catch. The cog back not going to happen thanks to the Force Staff of Boombell Kung as Storm zips in and out. Really using up his mana pool here. Lina, the split pusher, just pinging out the bottom lane, rushing forward. But nobody engaging. PL with the slow siege, keeping the lanes in. If they want to wait for Rosh, it's going to be at least 2 minutes, possibly 5. Slow and steady, but gets caught by the chains here in a bit of danger. There's a Yule Scepter available. Qualamon a little afraid to engage off of this. Chipping on the range racks. A little bit of damage here.
They have a Maelstrom on the Gyro.
Yeah, just desperate for the extra illusion clear, I guess.
Rapier, I thought Rapier was going to be his next choice. Huh, okay.
And meanwhile, Lina with an Ethereal Blade, so...
It's like a poor man's Rapier, you know, the Maelstrom.
Very poor man's rapier. Just basically a demon edge. They don't actually push their way all the way through. Just slowly working. This time it's on the range rack, so not trying to get the melee. And chip and chop and just work it down bit by bit. It's slow going, but it's steady going here.
Dire's top
Although they try to
barracks are
jump
under
in,
attack.
Qualamon going deep, it's MyPro forces them back. Basically a game of whack-a-mole at this point as, he gets docked by the missile.
Just look at the Lina, he's farming their own team's jungle when the PL is chipping off the racks.
I'm not loving the positioning Faba right now, but he is hoping for Roche soon, I guess. Not even possible to spawn for a minute yet.
He has gotten an Ethereal Blade. It's interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I guess just for all the physical damage.
Yeah, he wants to save the carry and potentially combo it with the Scaraf ulti.
There's the hook. The cogback will happen this time, and then they followed up with a Malefice, but in goes MyPro from the rear. Boo Boo, hexed in focus. Can he get off his black hole? Can he make the plays for the team? Glimmer Cape, but not able to find it. Big Sleight of Fist, crit combination. Auto-attacking him down. He's cleaving through. He's gotten 2, but in the mid lane, Lina is ratting. Signature Trust just slowly and surely working their way on the racks. And meanwhile, Lakel's back up into the north side. Onto Qualamon he goes. He takes a lot of damage from the crit, the cleave. Lakel's actually losing the man fight a bit here, but gets more and more illusions. Now he wants to run away again with the chains, and Lakel is just further and further retreating, while elsewhere, QQQ is also on the run. Back and forth, Signature Trust go. They will bring down Lakel's in the end. 4 fall, but they got the mid melee. And as long as they don't buy back WinteR, this game is growing desperate for RRQ. Range racks top also falling, and bottom lane in jeopardy, or rather top melee in jeopardy here as well.
They need to do something. This is like a game where you lose slowly, very, very slowly, but there's no way you can defend your racks unless you do something.
Death by 1,000 cuts kind of game.
Yep. 1,000 cuts is like a very understatement. This is worse than that. Rapier. So the Gyro finally sells the Maelstrom, gets the Rapier.
What a life. What a life for the panda. I actually have the double Rapier now. Or wait, what did?
Yep. They have 2
Yeah, they
Rapiers.
do. Okay, he just doesn't have it
Ready to
yet.
burn.
This could be the comeback. This PL already was struggling, and he's just gonna melt now. You see when it gets really late where, I mean, Ember just makes PL pretty useless most of the time. It's where you'd like that Abyssal Blade, I feel.
Radiant's middle tower is
Abyssal
under
Blade.
attack.
Yep. Abyssal Blade. I think Manta is like
Radiant's middle
not so useful.
Oh
as
no, MyPro, he found Boo Boo, trying to join the team. They won't have the black hole. He's trapped. He's done for. It looks like Greaves come out. He knows he can't use the spell, so they're all in. But they're all in without the Enigma. Down for 80 seconds. At the same time, Panda is rushing. They're just going to try to jump on the throne. All of a sudden, RRQ going super aggressive here. But can they actually take down tier 4s? It doesn't seem that way. Creeps are pushing in. Now everybody's retreating. Storm not going to allow that.
Oh,
Not so
their
fast, he
rapiers.
says.
They need to save their Rapiers.
There's so many rapiers here too. 2 available already. Qualamon. Oh, the damage! Almost pretty down too, but they do get the snowball save for now. MyPro in danger. Too much crit, too much right click. They will bring down the gyrocopter, though. His rapier hitting the deck here and quickly snapped up by QQQ. While elsewhere there's Rat. Lakells, he says, forget about the rapiers, forget about the damage. I want Rex. And he will try to push in that top lane once more, but did he get the melee uppercut? Takes away a gem. Not the biggest loss, but the real prize here is QQQ, who's about to have the dirtiest walrus punch you'll ever see.
He's gonna one-hit kill, I think, even the clockwork if he gets
he will hit for... I'm just gonna bring out my calculator here.
3.5 with 400 damage, so it's like 1.3k, 1.4k damage.
This is 1600 damage.
Oh, okay. So maybe not one hit.
Before reduction with the crit.
You can't kill one hit. You can't one hit the clockwork. So.
May not even matter. Lakells is just working on buildings. Slow and steady does it. Straight to the tier 4s. They've smoked up on Boo Boo. They throw a rocket. They get eyes on Abba, but everybody spread. They need the multiple hero black hole. One or two simply won't do. And Boo Boo just not finding it. The hour grows late. It gets desperate here for RRQ, and they're forced back towards the well. Stormballing in. Boo Boo looking for the engage, but he gets silenced. He will cleanse it with the Greaves. He drops the black hole. It only sucks in the Skywrath, and it doesn't matter. The throne will fall. Back and forth game, but it was too hard. It was really just too steep of a hill to climb for RRQ.
Yeah, had all the objectives in his mind. He doesn't even care about his teammates getting killed. He just wants to get the buildings down. Reminds me of my Singaporean friend, you know, objective-based gaming.
Now, tough loss here for RRQ. With this, they are knocked out of the first BTS SEA Series Cup, but they'll look to fight back in the future. I imagine we may see more of the Indonesian squad here.
I think it was just too crucial, though, not having the BKB on the Enigma. That was just a really crucial point of the game. It's so difficult for him to get his job done. I mean, he played a good early game, like we mentioned. It's just his itemization. He needed the BKB. More importantly than the Greaves, though. The Greaves didn't do so much for them.
I would agree with you, WinteR, and with that, we can take a look at the bracket here, see what we've got coming up for you guys. We've got one more best of 3 today. This, of course, was RRQ being eliminated, Signature Trust move on, and they will have to face Fnatic. That's going to be a tough opponent. Well, on the bottom side of the bracket, we will see next MVP Hot 6 taking on Space Creators. Scheduled to start in just 10 minutes from now, so we may get that underway very quickly. Don't go anywhere, folks. You are watching I wanted to say the Summit for some reason. I'm so used to it historically. But you're watching the BTS series. I'm LD. He's WinteR to my left. A little bit invis right now. He's Glimmer caped away. You can follow him at WinteR Dota. Myself at LD Dota. We'll be back for that second series in just a little bit.